My urge to kill Theta has never been stronger.
Come at me, bro.
I assume they march in some kind of formation of your choosing. I'm going to say you have a 4 square
This works
for
for me.
your own. Make it round.
This square makes me so fat.
And of course, we're going to say the road is 4 wide. It's a generous road. And then, since this is impromptu, while you're asleep, do your skeletons have any kind of perception?
Way to give it all away there.
Yeah.
God damn it, Griff.
Sorry.
I renamed them troopers and everything, so even the roles wouldn't give it away in this one sentence.
It's okay, I wasn't really paying attention to the set.
I'm trying to set up an encounter on the fly because of this, so I'm trying my best.
Maybe more than just people other than me don't know.
I mean, none of you know it in character. I was hoping something like, oh no, one of them got super damaged and the helmet got destroyed. No, you find out. Oh well, whatever.
Well, let's just hope.
I still don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
Anyways, what did you ask me?
Perception.
Do we need like 9 different perception checks? I mean, 11,
you could
12 different
have
perception
them
checks.
roll it with advantage, simply because there's so many of them.
Well, how about this? 1 for the troopers with advantage, since they're all working together. 12. Oh shit! Didn't mean to close that window. Anyway, have Ober. Ober gets 1 because it's literally his job, and he has keen hearing and sight. Let's see here. I don't know. Let's go with Ober's.
Okay. Let me just continue setting up. Reverse these.
And just for the sake, let's see if Grizzle figures anything out. I like that y'all bought carriages. I bought a dog.
Yeah, I don't know why, but every time you mention what you're riding, and I just keep thinking you're driving a sedan.
No. Sedan chairs are like, think of like China or anything, if the emperor comes by and he's being carried along in a thing. Or, the pharaoh in Egypt.
Yeah, I get you.
That was literally one of the images I used, the pharaoh in Egypt, because he also has the guys walking along with like giant fans just to keep him cool. It's like, yeah, I could do that. That's good.
Alright. As you walk down the road, Ober, correct? It's the one who rolled that?
Yep. I mean, if 15 wasn't good enough.
Starts hooting and howling and trying to wake you up.
I mean, was the 15 not good enough?
Oh, yes. Your dog also will notice and begin growling.
Yeah, only because thematically, I think I'd prefer it if the dog's like growling alerts me more than the owl.
Right. But as you start to rouse and as they start to make noises, of course, they attack. But because your animals alerted you, nobody's surprised. Simply roll initiative. Which for you will be 1 initiative.
Actually, the troopers get their own set and they all act on 1. I have my initiative, and then I think Grizzle has it and Uber both have their own, so I actually have like 4 different initiatives.
Just gonna add them to turn. I don't know if you have rolls. Oh yeah, you totally have rolls for them. So just go ahead and roll them.
So that's Trooper. Where's Grizzle? Ober. Man, Ober is kicking it today. 2 rolls and Ober got 21 on both.
Nice.
Are we actually standing right next to them, or is that just...
No, they have walked past you and beyond. And of course, because it is bandit territory and there are people walking in the middle of the night, well, they're gonna try their best.
Yeah, let's 4 bandits attack the 9 people walking down the road. Not smart bandits. Anyways, that's all of me.
Is their initiative? Okay, there it is. So we've got 8, 2, 18, and a 10. Alright, Ober is the first to do anything.
Let's see, Ober has
Being the most aware.
fly speed of 60, okay. So Ober is going to 1, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Fly up to this bandit, and then help action. So next person to attack that bandit is going to have advantage, and he's going to fly away. But Ober, being an owl, has flyby. The owl does not provoke opportunity attacks when it flies out of an enemy's reach. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Where did I go? Yeah, so I'll be about here. That's Ober's turn.
Ah,
So
alright.
owl flies out of the darkness and it flies back into it.
It will in fact try to shoot the owl. Because it did not like being flied by on. Pulls out a longbow, notches an arrow, and it simply flies off into the night, never to be seen again.
That's fine.
Grizzle gets to do something.
Alright, Grizzle is going to jump off out of the sedan chair. What do we got? A bite attack? You know what? Grizzle is not going to jump out of the sedan chair. Thematically, I know I'm not actually taking my turn yet, but Commander's going to reach down, grab him by the collar, and hold him.
Okay.
So Grizzle is mechanically going to take the dodge action.
Very good.
I'm not going to let him go.
Alright. 10. One of the bandits will go ahead and attack this trooper all the way up in the front. Notches an arrow, lets it fly, and it flies straight into the ground in front of him.
These are bad bandits.
This one will also attempt to do the same. Well, you can't help it. It's kind of the middle of the night, isn't it?
Yeah, but they chose to attack like overwhelming odds. That is a miss.
13 is a miss. Very good. Wouldn't you know it, it's the trooper's turn.
Alright, first trooper on the south is going to pull out a heavy crossbow and shoot at the one that just shot at him. Is that a hit?
15, yes it would be.
Alright.
That would be this guy, correct?
The one that shot him. Shot at him, rather. That's that one, right?
Right. Well, both of them did try.
Okay, well, the first one then. The one on the bottom.
Right. Crossbow bolt goes straight into his leg and he cries out in pain.
Alright, the next trooper on the front row is also going to do the same, shooting at the same guy. 22. It's a hit, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Taking 8 piercing damage.
He goes down.
Alright, next row. The ones in front of me. They're going to... would it be an action to set down the sedan?
Yes. I mean, they could drop it, but that wouldn't be comfortable for you.
No, it wouldn't. And I'm going to take comfort over safety. So they'll take their action to put the sedan down. So actually that takes care of all 4 troopers in the middle row.
Okay.
I'm going to risk another round of combat. So the 2 in the back are going to fire at the... Well, the first one's going to fire at the bandit that has advantage on him.
Okay.
So this is going to be a roll with advantage. 16.
16 is a hit.
Alright, he takes 3 piercing damage. And the next one in the back is going to fire at the same guy without advantage.
Okay.
15 is a hit, as we said before. Another 3 piercing damage.
To the one at the top, correct?
No, that one. The one that just got hit.
Same guy again.
And that's all of the troopers.
Okay. It's your turn.
Alright, let's see here. What do I got? I am going to cast Magic Missile. As a second level spell.
Who is your target? Or
Oh,
how are you splitting those missiles?
Yeah, let's say I thought I could split them up.
You absolutely can.
Okay. So, first 4 damage going to the bandit that just got struck by the second heavy crossbow bolt.
Sure, it's not 5 damage because it's +1.
No, I'm going by the first one is the 4 roll that's above the higher level cast. And then I'm going to go with the 13
Yeah, 1d4
below.
+1.
Is it? Okay.
Yes.
I assumed
because
that
there's
the...
+3 at the end, and that gets attached to each individual die.
Okay, well, whatever. First one is going to go into that one that got hit already.
Okay.
And next one is going to go... Or the other bolts are going to be divided by across the other 2.
Okay, and that's going to be 4 to each of them.
4? See, this is where I'm confused by what you're saying.
Okay, each missile is 1d4 +1.
Because according to this
You roll
roll,
3
according
missiles.
to this roll, I've done 17 points of damage. So I don't understand why you're saying 4 to each of them. I have a 13 roll, and then I cast it.
You have 3 dice, right?
I cast it
3
higher
missiles?
level. I cast it higher level, so one of those additional dice was a 4, and then the other ones that I normally rolled came up 13. So I'm doing 17 points of damage.
Oh, okay. So you have 1 more missile than that I wasn't accounting for.
Yeah, that's why.
I thought you rolled them all collectively.
That's why I was super confused. I'm like, okay, whatever you're saying.
Okay, so you have 1 more missile then with 4 damage to go.
Well, no, I did the 4 damage against the bandit that I hit first. That's why I was counting the higher level cast as the first one. And then I'm dividing the 13 damage up against the 2 other remaining bandits.
Okay, so you sent 4 damage to this guy. He's at 1 then.
Okay, that's fine. Because, I mean, thematically, or actually even mechanically, I should divide the damage up before even knowing if they're alive or dead, since it's all happening at once.
Right. But there are 3 missiles in that group. And 2 people.
No, there's 4 missiles. And...
Oh, right, but you already used 1 of them to hit 1 person.
Right, so I have 3 left.
Yes.
So 4 to the top guy, 6 to the bottom guy.
Okay.
And that's it.
I think that's right. Yep. Okay. There we go. Alright, so you cast Magic Missile. One of them cries out, "He's a wizard!" And he will go ahead and try to shoot an arrow at you. 21.
As a reaction, I cast Shield. And my armor class is now 24 to the my next turn. Oh, wait.
Increases by 2.
That is the wrong shield. That's the problem there. That can't be right. No, okay, that's... What?
I was about to say, this is kind of confusing.
That says it's the shield spell, but at the same time, that's the actual shield. That's like holding a shield in your arm.
Yeah,
I'm casting
it's
the
+4
shield.
though, isn't it?
I think it's +5, isn't it? Turtle?
There it is.
Yeah, shield. So yeah, I don't know how I dragged an actual physical shield into a shield spell. I don't know how I did that. Whatever. I'll fix that later.
For a moment and then drops on the ground.
I'll fix that later. We all know what I meant.
Hey, there we go. Until the start of your next turn, +5, a little shimmering shield of force.
Yeah, so my
And the
AC
arrow
is now
plops to the
24.
ground.
So yeah.
Afterwards, the bandit begins to run and retreats from the battle.
Well, see, the problem there is that I can see him.
There is foliage and trees off the trail.
I do have
He
an
does know
owl
the
to give
terrain.
me above sight.
Then you may choose to search for him later. As is, there are 2 other bandits who are alive adjacent, and you have an owl.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Ober is going to fly 60 feet into the night sky and provide me overwatch, as I can see through his eyes.
But that is an action to maintain, as we covered with Ayana in your game.
Yes,
You do not necessarily get to do much else but watch.
that's fine, because as a bonus action, I can also still command the troopers, which allows me to then guide their hands, as it were.
Alright. And number 18 is going to try to shoot you while you are completely unaware looking through your owl.
Armor
That
class
is
is
an
still
action for you to do.
24.
And he doesn't get it. Looking for a crit, and he also begins to retreat.
Say, literally have a 1 in 20 chance to shoot me. Any chance to, because I crit is
Indeed.
the only way they can hit me.
But they don't entirely know the odds. Gristle.
How far away are they right now?
They have retreated at least 30 feet off the board, and it is 50 feet to get up to them in the first place.
Yeah, I'm just gonna continue keeping Grizzle in my clutches.
Okay.
He's a hunting dog, but at the same time, I don't want him to run off
Stand
into the
down,
woods,
boys. Stand
never
down.
be seen again. That's literally like his picture. He's being held back.
Alright. That leaves this bandit, and he's also going to try to shoot you, because you are now the biggest threat possible to him. 17 doesn't work,
miss.
and likewise, he begins to retreat.
Thank God I
Still
have
a trooper.
ranged weapons, because I'm assuming you're gonna give me disadvantage on these shots?
Right.
That's fine, I still have a lot of shots. Alright, first 2 against the bottom guy. Disadvantage.
Okay.
17 is a hit.
Yep.
11 piercing damage.
And he is dead.
Alright, next shot against the middle guy. 15 was a hit last time.
Oh, you have 2 shots?
No, I've got, 8 troopers.
Oh, right, these are the troopers' turns.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
That
3.
is still a hit, and the next one down is also down.
Yeah, let's say you said he had 1 hit point. You gave me that one. Alright, next in line. The only guy left. Disadvantage. That's a miss. Next guy.
Yep.
Because you guys put down the sedan to fire these.
Do we have fumble rules?
No.
Okay.
4 damage to him. Is he still up?
Yes.
Alright, still 4 more guys. Miss. Miss. That's a hit.
Oof. Yep.
11 piercing.
And he is down.
Alright, and I can see all this through the owl. So I am going to send out the last trooper to pick up all the pieces of the people, and then I guess on the following turns, assuming no more bandits jump out at me, the other troopers are going to also bring back the bodies, and the 4 in the middle are going to pick back up the sedan.
Right. Here are 4 bodies with leather armor, bows, and swords.
Do I have a thing? I do not. Shit, I'm not going to send them that. So I was just seeing if maybe I had something I could send a message back to you guys with, but I do not.
You have a signal owl.
Yeah, but an owl doesn't say anything.
You could tie a message to the.
I don't have paper. That's literally what I was gonna say. Literally, the only paper I have is my literal scroll of pedigree, and I'm not gonna send that to you.
He wants to inform you that he is better than you.
Anyway,
Right back.
yeah, I'm going to pick the bodies clean. What do they have on them?
They do have nothing more than their weaponry upon them, a little bit of food, and some bags.
Their weaponry consisting of.
Some iron short swords and a set of longbows. So four of each. And also 4 sets of leather armor that also have crossbow bolts in them.
4 longbows. How many arrows?
Let's roll. 30.
30 arrows. Alright. I'm gonna have 4 of my guys pick up the arrows and the longbows. And then otherwise, I will group up the bodies on the side of the road in a pile and continue moving forwards.
Very well then. Up to here, and I presume you go back to sleep.
You know what? Just as a quick thing, I am going to have the troopers take each of their long swords and like pin the bodies to the ground through the abdomen, like face down,
Mm-hmm.
just as an acknowledgement that they're dead and they've been defeated in this life and the next.
Okay.
And then falling back asleep and going back on my way.
Alright. Ayana, you and your group wake up the next morning. As you travel down the trail today, you immediately spot a man sitting up on a stump, overlooking the road. He wears a green cloak and is hard to identify, but you can see the glint of a coin in his hand. He doesn't make a move, but he watches as you go. Is there anything you'd like to do, or simply carry on, Ayana? And crew, I suppose.
Turtle, come back.
If he's indisposed, then it's simply up to the rest of you.
Hold on, let me check.
I think because Peskin got like weird looks by those religious guys yesterday, he like takes the curtains to his carriage and just closes them. He's like, I don't want anybody to see me right now.
Alright.
Turtle, come on. Somebody message him. That'll get him to come back.
No, it's alright. We're gonna keep pace. Actually progressing today, though. The road seems empty of game in these parts, and if you wanted to try to catch anything along your way, or gather up some additional roots and berries, it seems increasingly difficult, and might remain so for some time. Incidentally, anyone who didn't buy stew yesterday, go ahead and take away a ration. I meant to do this when you all camped, but I got distracted by bandits, unfortunately. And I assume nobody's actually hunting for survival. Simply not the group for it.
Yeah, no.
No, just using the rations.
Alright, good enough. You all came rather prepared for it. Let's see. About here, you cross rather close to the river, and can go ahead and make perception checks.
Everybody died out.
Alright. Bergrim, at the very least, notices and spies something strange peeking out of the water. On a closer inspection, it would appear to someone has run a cart into the river and didn't quite get deep enough to go under. There appears to be nothing of valuable floating nearby or crashed on the shore, but you do hear the sounds of 2 horses nearby. If you want, you can maybe seek them out.
I think since my perception was so low, Heskin just thinks it's the horses he already has on his carriage. So he just
Oh, very possibly. You
Yeah.
might not even hear them over those horses. But Quincy also hears this rather well. But everyone is already mounted. Isn't that really convenient?
Do we see the horses or we just hear them?
I rolled a 20. Did I notice anything else?
No. You do notice that there are quite a lot of footprints going to and fro and drag marks upon the ground.
By the way, they did see me, right? They like went past me, right? I assume.
You went past.
No. I assume you just keep moving and never stop.
Right. No, I just assumed that since they travel faster than me during the daytime, that they would have gone past me at some point, and like I go past them at night. That sort of deal.
It's hard to keep track of it, and I am mostly just assuming that everyone is taking turns moving 1 hex at a time, and they get to move 1 extra turn.
Okay.
Ultimately, because you gained ground, you keep the ground. Alright. Commander. Along the road always contains side trails that lead off to someone's farm or ranch, or towards the dock, towards the river, for some extra water. These 2 houses sit right on the main road. There's friendly families here that wave as you drop by, and they seem keen on trying to start a conversation with you. Are you going to, respond kindly to them, Commander?
Oh, me. Sorry, I thought you were with the other group still.
Oh,
No,
I'm
you're
sorry.
an analyst, dude.
Yeah, no, I don't respond to peasants.
Alright. They kind of give you a little bit of a glare at your coldness.
It's fine. I don't respond to
Plus
glares
2.
from peasants either.
And you continue towards your travels, mostly unopposed. Ayana and crew. Let's see. Around this area, you could make a perception check. Go ahead and make another, everyone.
By the way, should we be back on the map?
Oh, I forgot to actually pull you back. I've been looking at it the whole time.
You got 1 go for 20.
Yeah, what do I see?
Alright. You notice that there'd be a very good spot to camp here, but given your, speed of travel, it's, not something you'd really want to stop by right here. It's a spot hard to see from the road. It has visibility over it, and the flanks are covered in steep rocks. Very easy to camp out here. It's strange, though. This spot is hard to find from the road, but it appears to be very well used. Incidentally, you also notice some drag marks on the ground beside the road. There are a couple of arrows sticking out of the ground, broken. And from the side of the road, you see signs as if something's been dragged off into the hills.
I'm going to ride up next to one of the carriages and then knock on it to get them to stop
Alright.
and show it to everyone.
If he's knocking on my cart, I treat it as if like someone's just trying to bother me, so I ignore it, and I let Jorge just talk to anything that I don't want to.
What is it
Jorge
again?
kind of looks over to you and goes, "Hey, what do you need, sir?"
Jehovah's Witnesses, sir.
What was it I saw? Just some marks from battle?
Yes, a few arrows in the ground, some stains of dried blood on the grass, and drag marks from the side of the road off into the hills.
It's tell them, looks like there's been a sign of battle. Maybe we should check it out.
Jorge kind of looks at you. I don't know. Battle sounds like something we should avoid.
What is this horrible stereotype? It's
Hey, I'm just making stuff up as I go.
Wait
here.
till he actually has to have a token. He's got this big old sombrero and a bandolier across his chest.
I like Jorge more now.
Hey, gringo, do not approach the wagon. I cannot do the accent.
Listen, and he was cheap, alright?
I have a university degree. Don't make fun of me.
Yeah, Rogram is just going to grunt and leave it alone then.
Alright. Leave them undisturbed. Let's see. Am I marking this down right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's see. Towards the end of the day, the commander will end up in Hedgeburg, the location closest to the fort, closest to the road. It's a rather nice town. Plenty of buildings in town, craftsmen, barbers, inns even. Nice respite from the road.
What day is this technically? Day 2?
Yes, towards the end of day 2.
Then we were heading towards the fort, right?
Yes. It'll take one whole day to reach the fort, especially through rough terrain.
I will toss a... Hold on. I will toss a... Which one is more likely? Avati. I'll toss a gold piece to Avati. Send them into like a shop to grab a thing of... You know what? Not a shop. I'll send them into an inn. Go get me like a stein of mead and leg of lamb.
Who is this person?
Avati. One of my troopers.
Can they speak?
That's a good point. I'm going to send them in with a gold piece to bring somebody out to speak to me. That doesn't require speech. That requires force. Also a gold piece.
So, a mute person wanders in, holding a gold piece, and what do you order him to do?
Gesture outside. Gesture outside, or also just drag somebody that looks like they work there to the door. Whatever one works.
Okay. You go ahead and wait a few minutes outside, and you see a young child peek his head out the door. He's holding a gold coin now. He kind of looks up at you.
Boy or girl?
A little boy.
You there, boy. Send me a wench.
A wench? What's a wench?
A bar maiden. Don't be a fool.
Mother!
That'll
He
work.
shouts out as harshly as possible. To which a rather modest woman walks out. Yes, Lord.
You there, woman.
Seems you have quite a few people here.
Yes.
Staying the night?
No. Not here to talk, lady. Hey, give me a flagon of your finest mead and a leg of lamb.
Well, you'll have to come inside for that.
No, that's why you came outside. Deliver it to me. I'll give you an additional...
Unfortunately, my dishes don't leave my house.
I will give you an additional 3 gold pieces. That's more than enough to buy more dishes.
Oh, you can take them elsewhere.
Very well. Off with you then.
She goes ahead and closes the door behind her.
And
Brings her child back in.
repeat this at another inn.
There
Perhaps
is
safe.
one other inn in town.
There you go.
You send your,
Avati. It's always Avati. This is an Avati type thing. They're named
he
for
has his name
appropriate
tag
missions.
on top of his armor.
No,
Hello, my name is Avati.
I know what their names are.
But other people don't.
Doesn't matter to me.
But you see a more grizzled old man, rather fat and portly, wearing an apron with stains, walk out. And he has a a plate in his hand, and he appears to be washing it down as he walks out. Just kind of looks up at you.
Yeah, I'm gonna look back at that at distaste, but whatever. You there,
Stooge seems a
sir.
little confused.
You there, sir. You work here?
Yeah, I own it. He's kind of your man's blocking the door.
You got mead?
I do.
You serve lamb?
Nah, you'd have to go further down the road for that.
What do you got?
Steak here.
Steak? Steak sounds good. I'll have a flagon of your finest mead and a healthy serving of steak.
What, you just gonna eat it out of your lap or something?
No, I'll take one of your plates and I'll pay you 2 gold pieces for it.
I'm not gonna spend time ordering up another plate if you're just gonna take it.
For 2 gold pieces, you could buy an entire set of dishware.
I don't care, it's mine.
Yes, and the next set will also be yours.
Look, I got a whole inn to feed here.
Is that why you're outside? Stop arguing with me, boy. I'm going
You're
to...
right, and he
I'm going...
steps back inside.
Hey, no. I was in the middle of talking.
And he ignores you.
No, I was in the middle of talking to you, the GM.
Okay.
I'm going to tap my feature, Position of Privilege.
Okay. What does it do? Tell me out.
The common folk make every effort to accommodate you and avoid your displeasure. Is basically the gist. It's literally written in there, but that's the part I'm leaning on right now.
Alright. So you put on some airs, you pull out your title of nobility, and you go, I deserve better than this, sir.
I am literally privileged.
He goes, oh, you're someone fancy. I thought you were just a right asshole, but I was mistaken, sir. My apologies. Please, allow me to bring you a fine meal. You go ahead and drop 3 gold on top of him?
No, I only offered this guy 2 gold pieces.
Alright. Well, you did send your Varti in with a gold, like last time, correct?
Well, no, you said this guy was already outside.
He stepped outside when your guy came to the door.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine then.
Alright, so 3 gold missing, and you will receive your steak and flagon straight to your lap.
And then we'll march on. I think I've just invented the drive-thru.
Alright. So, Ayana and crew. Continuing down the road.
We finally finished the adventures of Theta and Theta and Theta and then 7 more Thetas.
Well, unfortunately, everything kind of threw off my timing. I assumed everyone would be walking. But that's all fine and dandy. You all, though, get to continue down the road. Mostly in peace. But along the road, you do spy a few houses right next to the road. Friendly families waving to you as you walk by, and they seem more than happy to try to strike up a conversation with you if you pause at all. If anyone would like to make a persuasion check, you could try to be nice.
Still.
F is for friends who do stuff together.
Alright. They are more than happy to talk to you and even share a meal with you, and offer you a little bit more on your way to Hedgeburg. You would not need to use food for today.
Pretty sure Turtle offered you a ride like several times.
Fuck off.
This applies to the entire party. Nobody of this group needs to pay for food today.
Oh, okay.
But, however, you do end your travels just shortly before you reach Hedgeburg. You might avoid it entirely and go straight to the fort from here tomorrow. Everyone in Ayana's group does not need to worry about food for today, or the next one, assuming they had soup.
Yeah.
Theta, you specifically did in fact eat today. And even drove through for it.
Made a
And
point.
you continue your march into the night. Let's see. Let me pull up a couple little notes I need to be aware of.
Turns out the fort is under attack.
Alright. Throughout the night, you continue to march, asleep and resting up, healing your wounds, remembering your spells. You didn't even get injured, did you?
Nope.
Exactly. Perfect. So, I will go ahead and take your tokens.